Satnam, thank you so much for joining. My name is Jean. I am a channel for creator energy to assist in healing, awakening, remembering our most authentic expression, our childlike nature, that nakedness that Spirit ultimately designed us with and meant for us, which is so beautiful. So, like I said, I will be mentioning the next winner on Monday's video, the coming Monday on the healing video. So to give people more time to comment on every Monday healing video to win a free session with me. Today, I want to talk about priorities. I actually had something else I want to talk about, but this morning I was doing my things and Spirit told me that I need to speak about priorities. And it kind of actually meshes in well with what I wanted to talk about anyway. So like 2 nights ago, I was looking up at the stars. I was like listening to music and I was smoking and looking at the stars, and this one specific star really drew my attention. And so I was like, okay, I think let me check. So I downloaded an app, I checked it, and it turned out to be Sirius. And once I found out that it was Sirius, I like immediately started getting these intense downloads, etc., etc. And I ended up basically meeting my star family from this star. The thing is though, and this is what Spirit wants me to make very, very clear, we need to get our priorities straight in regards to what we are focusing on, what we are enabling, what we are choosing to do and choosing to believe. The reason I say this is because, after so I met these beings and they look completely different than what they were supposed to look like. They even felt completely different than what they were supposed to feel like. But it's like almost like I saw this duality. Like usually they represented as these very angelic beings and whales and dolphins, but I actually saw them as insecty, like very insecty vibes and stuff like that. And during the process I was realizing okay, I am seeing both polarities. I'm seeing both sides of the thing. I'm seeing duality. And I was like, okay, sure, this is obviously teaching me something. And then ultimately Spirit told me, listen once again, and this is something that I have said before. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how high up you go, whether you use plant medicines or not. It doesn't matter how low you go into the underworld, whether you're doing shadow work or not. Every single time we end up here, every single time we come back and we experience the whole humanness of everything, to such an extent where the outside things, the things that we like, the beings that we met, or like up here or down here, and the things we learned, etc., don't really have a direct effect on our reality, because we always come back to being human. No matter how much you manifest and use your powers in the astral, you come back as a human, and here we are very dense, we exist in a dense reality, etc. It is so easy for humanity, for us as humans, to get lost in all these stories, to get lost in, oh wow, well, I'm connecting with these star nations, and I'm doing magic with these elemental beings, blah blah blah. All of these things are real, all of these things are true, and they serve their purpose. But it is so easy for us as humans to forget our soul purpose, and our soul purpose, our core truth, is simply being. This energy that I made contact with reminded me very strongly of. Hallo my boetie Nunus. Sy seker nie daar wanneer hy nie laap aan my boetie. That was my little brother looking for his mom. The core truth, the core thing is, and it's very interesting that my brother would come in here now as well, because I was taught at that moment, our children are the extension, the most pure extension of source energy, because they are so pure, they are so innocent in their beingness. It was profound. So anyway, we get so caught up in these stories of star nations and magic and all these things that we actually forget the Christ within. And this is what these entities taught me as well. They were like, never forget the Christ within. Because yes, we are this we come from this highly advanced civilization, we do all these things, we can help you, blah blah blah, but never forget your own connection with your creator, because that's what it is about. That is the only thing it is about. It doesn't matter what you believe, it doesn't matter what your circumstances are. The most important thing, the only like lifeline or life jacket we ultimately truly have is our connection with our creator. For all that I know, these star nations could be like projections from within or even from without. They could be demonic, they could be whatever. The true truth, the only truth I'm coming to realize is that your connection with your creator, your relationship with your creator is everything. And it doesn't matter what that creator is to you, what that God is to you, that doesn't matter. It's simply that you have that you embody that, and that you perpetuate, that you try and build it up within yourself. The Christ within is our inner child. The Christ within is our inner innocence, that which we are at our core. In the beginning, before the fall, before sin, it said that we walked around naked. Now, this is very metaphorical as well. We are supposed to be walking around completely spiritually naked and vulnerable and just open to our expression, our authentic expression, and love of God and love of spirit. That is what it's all about. Every religion speaks of this. I sounded kind of like a church leader now, like a dwemini, like a priest or something. Your God, but ultimately that is what it is. It's your connection with your creator. That is the only thing that kind of gets you through everything. It is the only reason we exist. Yes, we are gods, we are like these immense powerful beings, but there's only one creator ultimately. We are small gods, we are small g's. We are creator, we are creative beings. We can create, we can make, but there's only one creator. And this creator, this spirit, this source requires of us to manage that connection, to be aware of that connection and foster that connection in order for us to build our new world, in order for us to build our new life, in order for us to create. That is what the Christ spoke of. We are all Christs. We need to reconnect with that inner divinity, that childlike nature, that true like innocence and non-fear of expressing who and what we are and what we believe and what we feel. Some nice bird like swooping here. So yes, that is actually all I wanted to say. Our priorities, especially people in the spiritual community, need to be set straight. Like it's easy to go around and preach. It's easy to go around and talk about star nations. It's easy to go around and do magic even. Like, yes, these things are real. It's easy to go around and plant food and grow your own food and think that you are better than, but ultimately then we are missing the point. Everybody has their role to play. Everybody has their thing to do. But one thing that everybody has in common, one thing everybody has to be so aware of is their connection with their creator. Being aware of that connection, being aware of God and of spirit. And ignoring all of the stories. You get to enjoy the stories. We get to enjoy the stories, but we shouldn't be attaching to them. I have connections with star nations, but I am a star seed, but I'm not a star seed. I am a child of creator. So are you, and so is like whatever. You get what I'm saying? This is a very important thing for us to know, especially in the times that we are living in, especially where we are currently moving into as a collective. So many things are shifting. Humanity is changing. Nothing, and I'm not talking about the corona or anything. I'm talking about consciousness. Nothing is the same. Since the end of last year, nothing has been the same. But okay, yeah. Satnam, I leave you with this blessing of awareness to connect with your Creator, to connect with your God, to know what is your truth, to not get lost in your own illusions and delusions and stories. Tanasiach nachvanach senente hesuch, isuanach na anantai, eve sananta, Satnam.